spring of 2023, we traveled to the UK to teach some swing dance workshops for a few weeks. First stop, London, but only for a bit in order to catch the train to the northeast corner of England and the city of Newcastle.
The first time we came to Newcastle, we saw a beautiful cathedral in the distance and asked the friends we were staying with to tell us about it. Turns out, it was the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Durham Cathedral. On that first trip, we were overwhelmed and promised ourselves we'd come back and see it again.
We picked up flat whites from Flat White Kitchen to help fight off our severe jet lag, and then headed up the hill to the cathedral itself.
It can be hard sometimes, as born and raised Americans, to look at something that is in such good shape, but nearly 1,000 years old, and really grasp just what you're seeing. It's also the site of some of the best examples of Norman architecture in the entire world.
And it's the resting place of a monk called the Venerable Bede, who's known as the father of English history. No big deal. It's amazing to see a building this old that is still so well preserved.
One of my favorite features in the cathedral is the variety of different patterns on the columns, some of which you can actually see in the movie Avengers Endgame, which filmed a few shots in the cathedral.
This area was the first part of the cathedral to be finished in 1096. This organ has been used since 1876, with a few updates over the years.
And if it looks a bit like Hogwarts here and there, well, that's because they actually did film a few scenes in the cloisters for the first two movies. So I ordered the halloumi and mushrooms on toast. Now it normally comes with poached eggs, but because of my egg allergy, I substituted for Cumberland sausages. It comes with roasted tomatoes, a spiced tomato sauce, and it's topped with seeds. It's going to be a giant unflattering bite. Okay. So this has every single piece of this magnificence on it. So good. Oh my gosh. The sauce is really, really nice. Everything pairs really nicely. The mushrooms give a meatiness. It's actually really nice with the sausage. The tomato that comes with it also has a little bit of brightness. I could use more halloumi, but I mean, everything could use more halloumi. It's really, really nice, and this is some excellent sourdough.
Alright, and I got the house fry, which is Cumberland sausages, smoked bacon, which is hiding out under here, Yorkshire black pudding, which is in there somewhere, baked beans, mushroom, herb tomato, a poached egg, house potato rosti, and it's all on sourdough bread. And of course, all these wonderful things are served with the classic brown sauce and also basic tomato ketchup. The old part of town sits on what amounts to a peninsula surrounded by the River Wear.
We made our way down a staircase that leads to the riverside, where some students were taking advantage of the beautiful day, rowing some boats.
We really took our time wandering this wooded little pathway. It's amazing to realize as you go along that visitors, students, and monks have walked this same path for centuries, seeing the same views, looking up at the same cathedral all that time.
Durham is a really lovely example of what we like to call travel magic. It's what happens when you don't plan every moment of your trip down to the second. When you leave some wiggle room in each day, the world tends to surprise you with unique experiences.
That way, if you see something interesting, say a cathedral on a hill in the distance, you can go exploring. You never know what magical, whimsical, breathtaking things you may find when you do.